right here, Buzz TV. We caught up with Aaron from Gemini Syndrome, and what you don't know, this is a take two. All on me.
It's all good.
Well, let's see.
All right.
Let's just dive right into this. Last night of the tour, and you're in Vegas.
Yes, sir.
Boy, I can't wait to see what you guys are doing after the show.
Going home, that's what we'll be doing.
How did?
It's a late one tonight, so.
Oh yeah, it is. So how'd this tour go?
That went great. Being able to bond with Seven Dust and spend the time with those guys and get to know them and their camp and their crew. We got a lot of love from them. We had a really good time. We're spent. Don't get me wrong. We're spent, but we had a really good time.
Yeah, this was a long one. I mean, you started this back in 2013 with the release of the Lux CD.
Yeah, I mean, we've really, when I look back at it, we've been touring just nonstop. No, that's good. That's good.
It is, but eventually it catches up with you. You have, homes and family and a bed you're used to that you'd like to visit somewhere.
I don't know if I'm used to it anymore.
Yeah, there you go. Well, as long as it doesn't have someone else's lumps in it, you're all good. We've also noticed that you're getting a lot of play from Sirius on this.
Yes, sir.
I listen to Sirius, so I hear it all the time, and that's great because airplay is the best thing in the world, and these guys are blowing you up.
They're, again, a lot of love from them, like for a long time now. They're so good to us.
Yeah, it's great. Now, we were talking earlier, and, the band you have here, it seems like it's family, and you guys are really, really tight. And we talked a little earlier. The difference, that you have with this versus your other projects, songwriting just in general with the band, how does it differ?
It's just the fact that being there from the beginning, being there from the foundation of something makes it more your own. I think that makes it mean something more other than being just a hired gun. Being in someone else's project, you never really feel like you're totally there.
Oh, I get that.
But having built something with other people from the ground up is just really rewarding. It feels really good to know that that's your creation,
Oh, it's nice to see your baby go somewhere. And I understand that. I've done things, and the hired gun thing's nice, and especially if it's a successful thing.
Sure.
But there's always that time you feel you're the guy outside of the bubble a little looking in, and it just takes a little love away.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, you've been on the road forever, so I'm assuming you guys have been working on new material for an upcoming CD.
Yep, we always write. Not necessarily on a specific schedule, but we're always writing and
cool.
Just cataloging stuff. So when we go home, we'll take some time off, kind of recuperate, and then sit down and start driving forward to the second one.
Nice, nice, nice. Now, something I've seen, and I really want to give you some mad props for this. I haven't seen a lot of people do this, so it blew me away, and it's something I really wanted to ask you about. When I look at songwriting credits, because I do that sort of thing from time to time, I see it's Gemini Syndrome. It's not you. It's not one or two of the guys from the band. It's something where you're all equal players. A lot of bands don't do that, and today, money's hard to come by. It's, this normal streams of income aren't there. So to do this, it's a lot of love, and first thing, mad props. You guys are great for doing that.
Thank you. We decided on that in the very beginning of this band. Was to make sure everything was an equal partnership. There might be one song where one guy writes most of it and everybody else kind of adds to it. There might be another song where all of us write it, but we all kind of take equal credit for that. I think that's necessary, other than trying to create this separation of one guy or two guys or something. I just think that creates dissent in the camp. I think everybody needs to be equal in this kind of thing.
It's really nice because I've seen that, what you're talking about. I see how, unfortunately, down the road, little resentments can and will build from that.
Sure.
So doing this, it's nice. It shows you guys are family. Now, something we like to do, especially because you have to give love to everyone. Any sponsors? Any of the bands sponsored by anyone that we could shout out to and show them some love?
Yeah, by all means. Strictly 7 Guitars. Ernie Ball, Music Man, Black Star.
Our friend Sin was just got a deal with them, so he's playing a new Black Star riff.
Sin
Yeah.
from.
Yeah, Sin from Ministry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sin's a real good friend of ours. In fact, a friend of ours, Shayna, who used to run the Spokane branch, is now actually heading up BUZZTV Hollywood, so she's there full time.
Very cool.
Just did a real big thing with Sin, so we were talking about his Black Star line and the new Ministry tour.
Yeah, I just saw him. I saw him at NAMM this year in January. I haven't seen him since, but we toured with the Great Americon a couple years ago. One of his.
Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly.
We spent some serious time with them.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
I actually ended up Mike and I both sang for them for a couple weeks of that.
Very
tour.
cool.
Their singer left in the middle of the tour for extraneous reasons, and they didn't want to drop off, so they asked us if we would cover. So we were pulling double duty.
Oh, that's so cool. Now I interrupted you, so we stopped at Black Star with endorsements.
Schecter guitars. It was interesting because I don't play much in this band, so I don't really pay attention to the gear. I think we covered most of it.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Sabian, Diodario.
Now, mind you, if anything was left out, he's just the singer, plays a little guitar, so it's hard to cover the bass and the drum end of it. But you know what? I'll bump into those guys. I'll ask them off camera, and we'll type some stuff in and make sure everyone gets the right love.
There you go.
Another quick question. You're in a band. Well, you're past the garage status. You've been playing clubs, but you're actually one of the few guys that have the chops, know what you're doing between songs, and are ready to take that jump to maybe support act. What advice might you give these guys? Try to get a label, a deal with a label, maybe go the indie route. What would you say to some guys that are really ready to do this thing?
I think when it comes to answering that question, every band's going to be different. Every guy's going to be different, every person. For some people, the label might be the way to go. The indie route might be the way to go. But I always go back to something I remember reading from Dave Mustaine as a kid that just said, play, 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 and play some more. That's the point of music, is you're playing music. So get in front of people, get out, do little tours, do little weekend tours, do a week tour, but just to get in front of faces, to get exposed to people who haven't heard you before. Because ultimately, those people, you build those relationships, then they'll go to their friends and their family and tell people, and eventually it grows. But I think in so many ways the grassroots end of it is really necessary.
Oh, it really is. Now, something I tell bands, college radio. It's still one of your best friends. They have blocks for every style. You do call-ins. You don't just send them a CD and say, hey, check me out. Be their friend. Call in. Yeah. Get used to their fan base. And you know what? You keep track of it. And when you build your little tour, hot spots.
Yep.
So, there's always a box. Think outside of the box.
And building those relationships really helps you in the sense that you get to know those people. When you go back to a specific town over and over again, you see people over and over again. And you build a friendship, you build a family kind of basis, and those people are then more willing to help you out and spread your idea to other people.
Exactly, because you're not just a commodity coming through, you're a friend in your family. So you build those bridges, and that's a big part of it. Remember, music's a universal thing, no language barriers, it gets everywhere. I always tell people there's a band that we actually put out there from Indonesia. I understand 3 words in one of their songs. One of my favorite songs. It just has a groove. I just understand Candy and Chewy. Other than that, I don't know what the hell they're saying, but boy, I love the groove.
That's great.
Now, we've been with you for a while. This is actually take 2 because I had a technical issue, so I've taken far too much of your time. So we're going to end this with our Roll the Bones game. We did it earlier, and you got a real fun question, so I hope it's something better than 17. And 17 was not a good number for you. So let's see what you get, and then we'll see what I get. 8.
8.
And 8 is, what drew you to your instrument? Why are you a singer/guitar player?
My mom's a singer. She does jazz, gospel, big band kind of stuff, musicals. So I was surrounded by music my whole life. I was just drawn to it, and she fostered that. Absolutely. I was in piano at the age of 3. She was giving me voice lessons at a very young age too. So
I've read some of that stuff, and I've seen you have a background that goes even as deep as classical stuff.
Yeah, classical and jazz is what I was raised on, and then got into rock when I was in my early teens when I started getting angry. You know.
So what drew you to guitar?
You know, I had a friend of mine in junior high. His older brother was in a band. He played guitar. They both did. And I don't know what it was, man. It was just, I just thought it was such a cool instrument, you know. And I got turned on to Jimi Hendrix and to Nevermind by Nirvana, and like Super Unknown and Core by Stone Temple Pilots. And for some reason, I was just gravitated towards it. I just thought it was such a cool instrument.
You know, and for me, you just get that, turn that distortion up just a little more, and it just grabs you.
It sure does.
Well, let's see. I have a fun roll here, so let's see. I'll probably get your other question of why. Okay, I'm not doing that because that was your question.
Did you get 17?
I got 8.
Oh, you got 8.
So I had 18. Okay, I could do this. If I could erase one U.S. state, what would it be? Now, mind you, I'm not saying this about any of the people in that state because the people kick ass. But the state itself, I'm going with Arizona. And the reason I'm going with Arizona is the cops there are just assholes in general. And I say this from myself, a lot of touring musicians that have been through that state. You get grief just for getting griefed. And again, personal choices in life are your personal choices. I don't condone things. I don't non-condone things. But I will say if you're smoking something that grows out of the ground and they want to try to make it a felony and just bust your balls for stupid stuff and make you wear a pink jumpsuit and sit in a pink jail in the desert, you're out of your damn mind. So that's just me with my little rant on Arizona. People in Arizona, you fucking kick ass. Whenever I'm there, you're the best people in the world. But I'd have to erase it and maybe rename it.
Fair enough.
We're going to run, let Aaron get back to what he needs to do because I took far too much time, but I really, really appreciate the double take. So for me, B-Rad, Aaron from Gemini Syndrome, we're out of here. In a little bit, you're going to catch a couple songs of this insanely intense band in a new room. The sound system, this is the first show in the new sound system they put in. And it sounded nice. So I can't wait to see you. Aaron, thank you again.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you soon. B-Rad, Aaron, Buzz TV, we're off.
Everybody ready? Everybody ready? Everybody ready? Come on, baby, let's do this. Thank you. We are Gemini Syndrome. First and foremost, thank you for spending your time with us tonight. I'm willing to bet, as always, that all of us in this room have something about ourselves, something maybe we wish we could change, we don't like, maybe we're embarrassed of it. One of our syndrome, if you will. From the bottom of my fucking heart, let me assure you, those are the things that make you special and make you unique, that make the people around you love you for who you are. So please do me a favor right now. Embrace yourself and then take a look around. Because we are not alone tonight. I'll take you away from here, oh, if just for a night.